girlschase.com. Today we're going to talk about how to Netflix and chill and get some pussy from Netflix and chilling. First, I want to dispel myths about Netflix and chilling, and then how to get a Netflix and chill date, and then how to actually be on the Netflix and chill date and make it work and get in that fucking pussy. So first off, some myths. The chances and consistency of just messaging a girl on Tinder and getting her over for a Netflix and chill date, pretty fucking rare. Really rare. Or meeting a girl and then immediately her coming over for a Netflix and chill date, less rare, but still rare. Right? I've met tons of girls on Tinder and I've tried to get them over for Netflix and chill. Sometimes it works, but a lot of times it doesn't. And they're like, can we meet somewhere public? Because you have to remember what's going on Tinder, right? We're in the age where everyone's like, yeah, just Netflix and chill, be cool and casual and just fuck. But those stereotypes and those dream realities don't really translate well to real life. And it's not that easy to get a girl over for Netflix and chill. If it was, you probably wouldn't be watching this right now because you'd be constantly getting girls over and sucking your dick easy. It's difficult because one, Tinder, first of all, is very superficial. I have a video on it right here and also an article, which I'll put here. And what I go over in that is that it's so superficial because that's all it is. So you better have some good fucking photos. Either you're in good shape and you're showing off your ripped abs or your huge bulging biceps, you're wearing cool clothes, you got a professional quality cameraman, a photographer, or you're just really good looking, cool hairstyle, whatever, great photos, because that's all she can judge you based on. The bio really isn't that important. It helps, but it's not that important. Or you have amazing text game and you can convince a girl to trust you enough to come over, because remember, she doesn't fucking know you. She doesn't know who you are. Maybe if she can see your Instagram and see that you're a normal person, maybe that'll help a little bit, but you're just some random stranger on the fucking internet. And there's a lot of crazy people out there and women need to be very careful, and they should be careful. So for her to just come over randomly and just hang out with you for Netflix and chill is quite rare. But if you want to pull that off with stuff like Tinder, then you need to get amazing photos and you have to get really, really good texting game. And I go over texting a lot in this channel, so just subscribe to the channel. And I will help you master texting, but it's very difficult. And even me, who's been doing it nonstop professionally for years, it's not the easiest thing in the world to get girls over. So Tinder, Netflix and chill, quite a rare thing. When you meet a girl, first date, Netflix and chill, also decently rare. If you want to get a girl to like you so much that she's willing to go on a Netflix and chill date, you need to have a very strong combination of SAC. And SAC is what we call similarity. It's the acronym for similarity, arousal, and compliance. And it's the attraction model that we kind of pioneer at Girls Chase. And we actually have a big product called One Date where we go into how to apply this concept of what makes a girl really like you and want to sleep with you and be your girlfriend in this product called One Date. And it goes through like how to meet her, how to approach her, how to recognize if she even wants to get approached, if she likes you in the first place, how to have a conversation, then how to get her phone number, and then how to get her phone number and text her and actually get her on the date and have her not flake or disappear, how to actually go on the date, talk to her, where to go on the date, and then how to make her interested in you and how to build more SAC. So similarity is like she feels similar to you in her personality and her interests and her ambitions. And then arousal is more just lust based, right? You know how to touch her, you know how to have strong eye contact, you know how to dress, you know how to carry yourself so that you're a masculine, attractive man. And so you make her wet, but then you also have a connection with similarity. And the compliance is basically just the more she does for you or the more she lets you do to her, the more she's gonna allow you to continue to do. It's a basic investment principle. You might have heard the sunken cost fallacy. Once you put a lot of time or money or energy into something, you'll continue to put more time and money and energy. And so this attraction model we go over in One Date, and you can actually pick it up in the description right here or in this card right here and sign up for it. And it teaches you the concept of this attraction model of SAC. And so why SAC applies here to getting a girl over for a Netflix and chill date is that once you have a strong enough connection with her, basically you have a fantastic conversation with her. Let's say, you meet her during day game, or you meet her at a bar, or you do meet her on Tinder, but you guys have an extended, huge conversation where you're getting to know each other, but also, your photos are really sexy, or you have sexual topics. or you meet her at a bar and you guys are just have an amazing connection. You have so many things in common, but also like you're very touchy and you're very dominant with her. And then she's, you know, she's following you here. She's going to get a drink with you here. She lets you have a sip of her drink. She's letting you touch her. She's giving you compliance or investment. And you pile this up, and then you have this thing where she feels like, wow, I'm really connected to this guy. And then you say, let's go back home and Netflix and chill. That is the most common way that you're gonna get a Netflix and chill date. It's not just gonna be a send her these 5 texts and she'll come over and suck your dick. It doesn't work like that. That's snake oil. Maybe in a few situations it'll really work, but usually there's an explanation for how it worked, and going through some basic, you know, just text her this, that's not how it works. That's not reality. I've never seen anyone who can do it like that. And the only guys that I know who can pull off shit like that is guys who just establish a very strong connection with a girl. And then they're like, hey, come over and let's have a Netflix and chill day and we'll watch a movie. And so my best advice to you is to build a great connection with a girl, either in person over like a day game, or at night you meet her at a bar, or maybe on Tinder. And what you want to be able to do then is pull that home, but that's incredibly difficult and not so consistent for a lot of guys. So what I might advise you to do is have a date 1 first. You know, you go for coffee, you go for a drink, and then you establish a good connection, but you don't quite push things too far. And then after that great date, you have a second date where you suggest, hey, you should come over and we'll watch a movie. And you want to make it an event, right? Because girls know what it means to come over and watch a movie. Most girls are not stupid. They might pretend and feign stupidity, but I don't think that they're that ignorant and that they don't know what's possibly going to happen unless they're incredibly naive and never had any dating experience. So they're going to know what you're trying to do. So first you need to have the connection or the arousal. Maybe you guys don't have a great connection, but she just wants some dick. That's also possible. You know, you don't have to make a world-class connection with a girl every time you want to have sex with her. But let's say she's just horny, or you guys have a really great connection. Then you can pull her home for that date because you've established that over 2 dates now, right? Or this is the second date. She's like, okay, this guy's normal. He doesn't seem weird. There's nothing off about him. Then if he invites me back to his place, okay, it's safe. That's most of girls' concerns, is whether she's safe being alone with you. There's obviously an attraction element. There's obviously a connection element. But a lot more than I think guys are realizing is that going home with you and being alone with you in your room is also just a big danger, because women, you know, the thing that they're attracted to, women are attracted to these big, strong men, right, who can physically overpower them. They need to be very careful. The thing that they're attracted to most is also the most dangerous thing in the world, right? The most dangerous being on this earth is a male human being. And so you need to understand that women want to feel safe. And so once you've established a nice date and she knows you're a normal person, because you are, I hope, then she's going to feel more comfortable going home with you and spending a night with you watching a movie. I do something similar to this. If I don't pull a girl on the first date, and I usually do, but if I can't quite manage it, what I do is I invite a girl over to cook dinner. That's my preferred second date, because it's so much more intimate. Also, you're not tripping over that, you know, I went into that earlier where she said, or where I'm saying like women can, they just know what you're doing, right? Netflix and chill. Let's watch a movie. Okay, I know what he's trying to do. I prefer to invite a girl for dinner because it's a little bit more intimate, it's a little bit more romantic, and it's something you can do together. And it's not gonna trip her, okay, he just asked me to come fuck. Like, there's actually something that we're doing together, and it's so much more fun, and you can be like touchy and, you know, help her cut vegetables, you know, spank her butt when you walk past her. I think it's an incredibly far better date than Netflix and chill. But I have done the Netflix and chill date before, and I'll usually either use it as a second date or I'll seed it while I'm on the first date. So here's my other way to get her over. Let's say you're having dinner, or you're having a drink, and then usually you bring up a certain movie that you've been wanting to watch, or a series that you two have in common. One that I always usually talk about with girls is Gossip Girl. It's one of my favorite shows. You can call me gay if you want, but I fucking love it, and fuck you, and it's gotten me laid plenty of times, so. Or, you know, lame shows like Vampire Diaries, Pretty Little Liars, Game of Thrones, you know, the final season just started as I'm recording this. Whatever it is, you have something that you're both interested in, you haven't seen, or you do like to watch, and then I say, hey, you know, let's go watch fucking Gossip Girl. Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be fun. Cool. Go back. And you can make it an event, as I said. You can make it like, let's grab some wine and then we'll go watch something together. I almost said in a state where weed is legal, you can offer to come, and she's of legal age, then you can offer to smoke weed with her. But if it's not legal and you're not old enough, then don't do that. But I have gotten laid plenty of times from that as well. If you make it something like I like to call it an event. It's not just a date, it's a thing that you guys are gonna do, and it's not just a ploy to fuck her, even though it kind of is. But it should be something that you seem genuinely interested in doing. Because sometimes I've invited girls like, hey, let's go watch a movie. And they're like, yeah, what movie? And I realize now what they were doing is they were calling me out to see if, like, are you just saying this as a line to get me home? Or are you genuinely interested in watching a movie with me? You can also want to fuck her. These things aren't mutually exclusive. You can want to fuck her, but are you genuinely also wanting to sit down with her and watch a movie? So how I usually sell it, and remember, women only see what you present. So you're in her face, you're like, hey, let's go watch Gossip Girl. You know, we were talking about blah, 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 blah. Or hey, that movie you mentioned earlier, seed it, right? You've already talked about it, so now it's something that was already kind of established. Oh, okay, remember that thing we talked about? Let's go watch it together. Yeah, okay, that'd be fine. Yeah, it's an adventure, it's an event, it's fun, it's something you're doing together. Then you get her home and then you fuck her in the pussy. And fuck the movie, just whip your dick out. We'll get to that part soon. But yeah, okay, so process-wise, we kind of busted the myth of the typical come over and Netflix and chill. I've seen guys do that tons of times. I've tried it tons of times and it fails tons of times. It sounds cool. It would be cool if I'm on a YouTube video like, yeah, I just texted this and get her over from Netflix and chill, be a man. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. So either on the first date you seed it and then you pull her after the first date with that like second date, but it's a pull. You use it as a second date for another day. So you had the first date, coffee, dinner, whatever, and then you're like, hey, what's up? How are you? Good, blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking, you know, we can meet at my place and we can, you know, order some pizza and watch a movie. See, you're making it fun. Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, cool. Here's my address. Come over. That's another way to do it. Or you meet her out during day game, or you meet her at a bar and you guys are talking. You're like, hey, why don't we fucking go watch a movie? Yeah, okay, that'd be cool. Don't use the line Netflix and chill unless you're doing some sort of like, it's very obvious you guys are gonna fuck and you're like, hey, you wanna Netflix and chill? That's worked. I've had fun with that before, but don't just use that phrase because she's gonna be like, oh, okay, he wants the pussy, right? Make it a thing that you guys are doing together. So how do you actually get sex once you Netflix and chill with her? The way that you do that is there's the typical shit like, you know, clean your room, but that's not that big of a deal. Girls, you know, I've fucked girls in like pigsties, so girls really don't care that much. But if it helps set the mood, yeah, of course, you know, clean your fucking house. Maybe have a movie in mind if you guys have already talked about it. Make sure that when I was in college, I would just lay on my bed, you know, because that was the only place to sit in my room. And I'd just go over. I would always watch the same movie, Dread. It's amazing, check it out. It's a great fucking movie. But I just did it a few times on the Netflix and chill dates, and then I was like, I'm just gonna keep watching this because I've seen it before. And it's just like a dumb action movie. I would say you might wanna keep the movie not that interesting because then she might get too engrossed in the film. I had that happen once where this girl's like, I love this movie, can I rewatch it? I'm like, yeah, sure. And we're watching it, and then I'm trying to like fool around with her, and she's like making out with me, she's like jerking off my dick. But then I'm like, and I'd fucked her a little bit earlier, but then she's like, hey, let's watch a movie. And then she got so engrossed in the movie, and it was some dumbass movie too. I think it's like The Fall of Olympus or something. And she just wouldn't stop watching the movie. And I was like, oh, well, you know, this kind of backfired, and I'm not getting any pussy anymore, and it sucked. So make it a dumb action movie. Well, I guess that movie was a dumb action movie, and I still didn't get pussy. Well, I got pussy a little bit, but yeah, it's sad. It's a sore spot in my history. Her pussy felt great. And then pick something simple, maybe not too serious. Maybe a scary movie. Scary movies are fun because fear and arousal actually have the same place in the brain. It's kind of interesting. And so what you also want to do is have her sitting close to you, obviously on the couch. As soon as you go to sit down with her, you can do the whole high school thing, like just fucking arm around her. There's nothing wrong with that. Or hand on the thigh. And then you can, while you're watching the movie, you can just start being touchy physically, like you're watching the movie and you're just like rubbing on her leg. Obviously don't be creepy about it. You know, there's a way to do it cool and there's a way to do it creepy. To explain that in detail right now is a bit difficult. Be casual about it. Maybe that's, or be calm about it. Don't make it a big deal. Like, you're just watching the movie and you just like rub it on her leg, and if she's letting you do it and she seems comfortable with it, then that's how you start escalating. If you want, you just like fucking move that hand south and just, you know, try and put your hand in her fucking pants. And if she's down, she's down. If she's not, then you pull your hand away. And then when to kiss her. Look, I've sat down for Netflix and chill, and I've waited 15 minutes, and I've also waited 5 fucking seconds. Literally sat there, pressed play on the movie, sat back on the bed, she's next to me, and I'm like, do-do-do-do-do, boom, kiss, boom, kiss. Fuck. Maybe some of you will get the reference. So yeah, there's no set time for when you can make the move. You know, you can start making the move with the legs and then work your way up, and then, you know, maybe put your arm around her and kiss her on the cheek, and then kiss her on the shoulder, put your finger in her pussy. There's many different ways to escalate, but at some point you need to. I would not let the movie go on too long before you start making your moves, because once you make your move early, then you establish how far you can get. Maybe you go for the kiss and she's down to fuck right then and there. Had it happen. Or you go for the kiss, she's like, no, let's watch the movie. And you go, okay, cool. You know, keep watching the movie. Maybe 5-10 minutes later, try again. No, let's watch the movie, right? Maybe try one more time. And then if you're not getting any success, then what I would do is I would kind of pull back from her. And I would maybe move a couple inches away from her, not in a like, fine, I'll go sit by myself, like butt hurt kind of way, but just in a, okay, you know, you don't want to do anything, fine, you know, I'll just sit here and I'll chill. Keep your hands to yourself and just kind of sit there and watch the movie. And sometimes what you'll notice is that she'll feel you pull away, and then she'll come back. And so you scoot away and you know, put your arms over here, and then maybe like a few minutes later, she like shimmies over and she puts her hand on your hand, or grabs your hand or starts making a move on you. Had that happen as well. If that doesn't happen, I'd say give it a solid 10-15 minutes just to let it cool down. Then try again. And if you're still not getting anywhere, then you might want to break the whole game that you're playing and then just be like, what's up? You know, are you feeling this? Are you feeling comfortable? Be really direct with her. At this point of an interaction, I think all men should just be really direct. Everyone has their own style when they're on a date. Some guys are more direct, some guys are more sexual, some guys are more indirect. But when it comes to this point, the best method of communication is just super open, honest, vulnerable communication of, are you feeling comfortable? Are you enjoying yourself? Yeah, I'm fine. You know, so are you down to kiss me? What's going on? Yeah, I don't know. We just met, blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know, let's talk about this more. You know, what do you look for? You have a conversation with her. And this is what we call LMR, or last minute resistance. It's kind of a strange term, and some people might be weirded out by it, but it makes complete sense. She's resisting the last step to sex. And so my best explanation, or my best strategy here, is to be very passionate and to be compassionate. And I have an article on it right here, because as I told you, from texting a girl and trying to get her over, but she's just not like, who is this guy? Or getting her from the date and getting her over for a Netflix and chill date, or you are on the Netflix and chill date, but she's kind of not quite ready to jump, well, she's in the sack with you, but to let you put your sack in her sack, in the sack. It all has to do with similarity, arousal, and compliance, but also comfort and trust. And the way that you get her to be open enough to even be on the Netflix and chill date with you, or to be on the Netflix and chill date and then want to fuck you, she needs to feel comfortable with you, and she needs to feel safe. She needs to feel attracted, and maybe she needs to feel connection, or maybe she doesn't need to feel a connection. Maybe she just wants to have sex and that's it, and you're just a hot, dumb guy that she wants to let put your dick into her, whatever it is. But one of the biggest things is comfort and safety. And if you provide that for a girl, and you provide a nice environment where she feels safe and she feels like you're gonna go at a pace that's comfortable for her, but you're still gonna be a man and assert yourself, because you still have to make a fucking move because you're the man, and that's just the way it fucking is. If you give that to her, there's a very good chance that get her on the Netflix and chill date and you're gonna fuck her. Because if a girl's willing to spend time alone with you, and she's not totally naive about romance and sex, then there's a pretty decent chance she's at least somewhat open to having sex with you. Obviously, she can say no at any moment, and consent is very important, but she's probably open to the idea of sucking your dick, or at least kissing you, and probably fucking you, because again, she's not dumb, she knows what's going on. And as long as you provide a safe environment and you're making your move and you're being a man, pretty good chance that this Netflix and chill date will work out, and you'll get her on it, and you'll get her into it, and you'll have a great time, And then when you're done fucking, you can watch the movie and actually enjoy the movie, or you can just turn it off and go to the bedroom and just fuck her all night long, because that's usually better than watching a movie, because pussy is usually better. Okay. Hector Castillo, girlchase.com. Poppy. Some guys are like, why do you call yourself Poppy? I'm like, oh, girls call me Poppy, and then I made it my Instagram, and now everyone calls me Poppy, and it's just the thing now. So it's fun. I can call her Poppy while on the Netflix and chill date. She's like, hey girl, how you liking your date with Poppy? You like Poppy's choice of movie? You like his interests, his genres? Yeah, Poppy, it's great. Okay, follow me on social media. Check out that One Date product. It's amazing. It's in the description. Also, I have a college book, right? Because I used this tons of times in college. These days, I'm pretty fucking direct. I'm just like, yo, you want to go fuck. I have my own process for it, and I plan on making a product this summer about it. But if you're in college and you want to learn how to you want to learn how to fucking stumble your words and speak like a retard, then check out this book. No, if you want to check out how to kill college and just make friends and get girls from college, or even if you're not in college, it still teaches you the principles of social circle. It's always such a strange way to say social circle. It's weird alliteration, or not alliteration. Can't speak anymore. If you want to learn the principles of how reputation works and gossip works, and how to maintain a reputation and build a reputation and meet girls through friends, and get friends through girls, and just have a great life in college, outside of college, it still works. I'll put it right here. It's also in the description. I appreciate it if you check it out. Again, like the video, ring the bell, subscribe to the channel. And what other things am I forgetting? I said it.